Morning everybody, I hope you're all keeping well. We're starting off this hike in the village of Eyam. Eyam became famous due to an outbreak of the Great Plague in 1665, and it's got some pretty interesting history. So I thought to come explore it. It's only a short hike, so I'm going to extend it up to Curbar Edge, White Edge and Froggatt Edge. Make it a bit longer. The first point of interest is the stocks outside Eyam Hall. If he was convicted of a petty crime in the 18th century, he was put in these stocks and had stones and earth thrown at you. We could do with these today, couldn't we? All the youths causing harassment in the city centres, put him in there. That'll sort him out. Hello there. Is he open today for roast sheep?
Be nice, isn't it?
Is every year you do a thing about it?
Yeah, we're not from here.
It's okay. You're not from here then?
No, we're not.
Where are you from?
Sheffield.
Sheffield. I come from Hyde,
Oh yeah.
on the other end of the A57. So there's only one road between us. And if for a day trip or all day?
Yeah, just a little day trip.
Okay. Enjoy it. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely day.
I've just come for the history about the Black Death. Well, the Great Plague.
Yeah.
Not the Black Death, is it?
Yes.
Oh. I said, I hope it's all gone away now.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. The village of Eyam holds roast sheep celebrations in the final week of August every year, with the village streets decorated with buntings. It attracts thousands of visitors. The roasting of a sheep on the spit, a custom dating back to the Festival of Britain in 1951. It is a key part of the celebration. Next door to the roast sheep pit, we've got Rose Cottage. The plaque outside Rose Cottage reads, 9 members of the Thorpe family lived there. They all died between September 1965 and May 1966. Plague Cottage. Mary Hadfield, formerly Cooper, lived there with her 2 sons, Edward and Jonathan, her new husband Alexandra Hadfield, and an employed and George Vickers. George Vickers, the first plague victim, died on the 7th of September 1665. I'll tell you more about George later on. The Orthworth family. Peter, the 3rd victim, died on September the 23rd, 1665. The Bagshaw House. Most died. Joseph Siddall, aged 3, survived, plus the rest of them. Seemingly only one person who died from the plague was buried in the churchyard. All the other people were buried close to home, so they didn't have to move them very far. Just have a peep inside Eyam Church. Talking to myself on the camera. Lovely stained glass windows, nice arched roof. Here inscribed are the names of those inhabitants of Eyam who died during the plague years 1665 to 1666. 260 people died out of 800, about a third of the population. In the Armscroft, many of the victims who lived at the end of the village were buried here. The Great Plague of 1665, it is thought you caught the plague by fleas carried by rats who infected you. Lingate, during the Middle Ages, this was the main road into the village. The male inhabitants had to take it in turn to stand, watch and guard. As I said before, when people died of the plague, they weren't buried in the graveyard, but they were buried close to home. And here's the Lingate graves of Job Darby and his daughter. Strange to think that these 2 died of the plague, buried right here. The Great Plague started in London, and it killed 100,000 people out of a population of 400,000. That's a quarter. The rich who could afford to left, including the king, and they left all the poor people there with all the rubbish on the streets and all the rats. it quickly spread the plague. A package of cloth from London arrived in August 1665. George Vicar, an assistant tailor, he unpacked it and dried it out by the fire. Unfortunately, he had fleas in it, and George himself was found infested with fleas and died 2 days later, closely followed by his two stepsons and then the tailor himself. The boundary stone. Now this is very interesting. It's got 6 holes drilled into the top of it. The boundary stone. Eyam became known as the plague village due to the decision made by the old village to self-quarantine itself during the outbreak of the Black Death in 1665. They allowed no one in or out during the 14th month the plague took hold, despite less than a quarter of the village population surviving. The self-imposed quarantine did, however, successfully contain the spread of the disease. The stone acted as a marker to separate the residents of the plague-affected village of Eyam from the non-affected villages of Stony Middleton. The stone has 6 holes drilled into its surface, in here during the plague that money soaked in vinegar, believed to kill the infection, was placed by the villagers in exchange for food and medical supplies. The boundary stone can be seen to symbolise the tragedy that stands as testimony to the villagers of Stony Middleton and others who supplied them the necessities to survive. What a lovely path this is. I wish I could run down and fly off the end. Under the leadership of Rector Rev William Mompesson, the villagers decided to self-isolate and there were strict rules not to leave the village. That must be really hard to do when your natural instincts is to flee, like they did in London. It is the ultimate self-sacrifice. In doing that, they save thousands of lives by stopping the plague from spreading to nearby villages. Morning. Hello. How are you? You got a ball? It's got a ball. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? No one to play with. Hello. Just talk to your dog. It's okay. I'm just mad. It's like being in a different country. How gorgeous is that? Three-storey building. Every house is different. Every house has got character. This is what I like, when nice little streams run through the villages. And how's Mr. Postman?
Alright mate, how are you?
You've got a nice place to work, haven't you?
Mate, can't beat this, mate.
Do you want to swap jobs?
Hey?
I'm on the building site in Birmingham.
How are you?
Do you want to swap jobs?
No, no chance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you pay you,
Hey.
or do you pay them?
Yeah.
I'd pay them to work round here.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Gorgeous, mate.
It's quiet as well. Well, a lot of villages in peak, they get busy at weekends, where this is just like this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you come from then?
Hyde. I don't know even Hyde.
Yeah,
Just near Manchester.
I played football there 34 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, for the Tigers?
No, I played for Buxton against
Oh,
Hyde.
Buxton. Oh, yeah.
Against Hyde. But they used to have pitch at top of hill where school were, and it was artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking years ago.
I live near there now.
Ah.
Okay, cheers, mate. See you now. St Martin's Church. I've just been told by the postmaster I can go in. So you know what that means, don't you? I'll have a little wander inside. Not as big as the other one, but still very nice. Pay my respects to the Lord. Yes, I'm not a religious person, but I do respect the church and all it stands for. Well, you're christened in church and your funeral's in church. So you start on the end of your life in one of these, hopefully. And you get married in one. Your life evolves around them. Temptation, temptation. I'll resist the temptation, but have a guess what I've just seen. The bell roast for the bell tower. Oh, I love to have a ding dong in one of them. These are those Roman baths. There's no evidence that Romans did come here, but they did find Roman coins here. At the moment, it's just used as a dumping ground. I think the church got something to do with it, or their relics in it. I'd love to buy this, what a nice house it would make. And there's the water that used to fill the Roman baths. There's the first one. Goes all the way up there. How delightful is that? I'm going to have a taste of it, see what it tastes like. I don't know if it's drinking water or bath water. Not as good as Buxton water. But hey oh, can't have everything. Hold on. I hope I don't get a plague now. Should be a sign on it, shouldn't it? No drinking water. Plague victims buried around here. Yeah, I've just read on this sign, it was built to take advantage of the thermal springs which feed water at a constant 63 degrees Fahrenheit to the bath. I thought it was a bit warm. Oh dear. Made me laugh, that one did. Our first major climb of the day. Oh hell. If I think this is steep, I've got a shock coming to me, haven't I? I'm glad it's that time of year again, spring, because you know what's growing? Nettles. A lot of my friends think I'm crazy because I sting myself with nettles, but they've got a lot of health benefits. They help with arthritis, inflammation, and maybe even cancer. So there's only one thing to do, isn't there? Yeah. Sting, baby, sting. See what comes up. Oh, it's a lovely tingling feeling on your hand. It's nice. And where's the nettles, there's also dot leaves. But I don't want any of them. I'll let the nettles do their magic. I think I'm in dandelion heaven. Fields full of them. There's something this road is also crossed. Just been nearly hit by a bike. Two bends, one that side, one that side. You can just see the edges now. Froggatt Edge and Curbar Edge. I'll be going up there soon, just drop down to River Derwent. It's 50 miles long, this river, so I don't think I'll be walking the full length of it. Well, it's nice to walk a stretch of it. If you get the nettles and fold them in half, and fold them in half again, and then roll them up into a ball, squash them as much as you can, kills all the stings, and you can eat them. Very good for you. Tastes a bit like celery. But I don't like celery. So I get to Old Bridge over the River Derwent. Lovely arch on that. Well, my walk has started up to the edges. Expect a bit of a climb now. But once I'm at the top, I should stay at the top for quite a bit. So no more climbing. Just enjoy the magnificent views all the way around. Loads of bluebells through the woods. I've got a long way to go through these woods. Definitely loads of bad boys here. Definitely not wheelchair friendly. Rock climbers on Froggatt Edge. Doing what rock climbers do. Yes, group over there. Group here. Another group just arrived.
Nice crag, isn't it?
It is. Yep. Have you ever tried it?
Well, I don't remember if I've been here once before. I don't think I have, but maybe I have, but I don't know which bit. Maybe around there.
Don't fancy climbing that one much. And not a lot of hand grips on there. Whoa. Yeah, it looks like rock climbers' paradise. Definitely see why they come here to climb. I'm not going to do it, don't worry. I get a bit of a speed on now. Too much exploring. Walking around like Miss Daisy. What have done? Nearly 5 miles in 3 hours. But today's not about speed. It's about enjoyment. Going along Curbar Edge now. Nice long edge this. It's a lovely pathway along it. Just my first piece of fruit of the day. Kiwi. Best part about it is the skin. More vitamin C in this than oranges. What amazing views they are around here. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I can hear a cuckoo. Cuckoo! Rock formations are just getting better and better. I feel like I'm in a world of my own. Someone was in love. Julia Leonard, 7 years in love. I wonder how long ago that was. Should put a date on. Ooh. That's Curbar Edge. And that's a big drop over the edge. Better stand well back. I can't believe that most of my friends have never experienced this. You don't know what you're missing. Just get out from your towns and your cities and get into the countryside and see what it has to offer. Leave nothing behind but your footprints. That means take your rubbish and your dog poo bags with you. Don't spoil it for the rest of us. And enjoy this. Magical. I thought I found the perfect place to have my tea break. Up here on these rocks. It looks really good. So a good chair. But too many flies. Whoops. What about this? Hey. Oh yes. Lemon squeezy. Should I dangle my legs over the side? Woo. Tell you what, it's very high. I better go somewhere else for my tea break. It's good, but it's not perfect. 3 planes going overhead there. Don't see them every day. Oh, and there's another one here. What an absolutely fantastic spot to have your lunch. Scrambled egg with excellent bacon. No bread today. I'm trying to lose my belly. It's getting a bit big. And I need to get my beach bod for summer. Drive the girls crazy. Well, we can all dream, can't we? No, brown sauce, obviously. These always amaze me. Abandoned millstones. Spent hours and hours carving them out of rock and just left there. I suppose if you're carving a 2 metre millstone, which weighs 2.5 tonnes, you don't want to drag your rock all the way down to the bottom, start carving it, and then find out there's a big crack in it. So it's better to carve it up here, make sure it's perfect, and then have problem to transport it down. At least it's round so you can roll it down. The reason there's so many abandoned millstones in the countryside is in the 18th century there was a big shift over to white bread, and white bread required a finer flour, and gritstone millstones couldn't produce that, so no one wanted them and they were left abandoned. And here's another one. A Puro Mint, big hole in that one. Goes all the way through. When you see a great photo opportunity and you have to take it, well, you have to take it, don't you? There's no other way around it. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. How's about that? Ooh, look at this for a view. Just going over. Ooh. Wow. I'm glad at the end of Curbar Edge. I spent far too much time here. You can't rush places like these. Curbar Edge. I'd really like to go to Baslow Edge again, but unfortunately it's not on my route because White Edge is. Now I find picnic tables. How's that for a bench? Before the stone, before the land, the running air, the pointing hand, the rattled wheel, the bright idea, something else would lead us here. See where it leads us. Just approaching White Edge Trig Point. I know what that means, don't you? Yes, we was here. Yeah, lovely path to walk down anyway. White Edge Moor. What a lovely walk that was along the top of there. Across the road and on to Wooden Pole. And there's another millstone I can see up there. I must admit, they make nice benches when you want to sit down. The best path in the Peak District goes through. Dun 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 dun. I don't know what it's called. It looks like they could come out every day with a lawnmower and mow it. Grass is so short. Like a bowling green in places. Yeah, Longshore Cafe. Great place to stop for an ice cream, coffee, to use toilets. It's like an oasis in the desert. Everything could possibly need. Loads of tables as well. You can eat in or eat out. And watch the birds. To commemorate all ramblers who campaigned for national parks and public access to mountains and moorland, year 2000. We salute you. Thank you. What a beautiful building that is. Longshore was home to many wounded soldiers during First World War. Soldiers and nurses pose with an horse-drawn sledge on a snowy winter's day.
You're never normally on your own.
Hello, what's your name by the way?
My name's Peter.
Peter and?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Where have you seen me before?
I haven't, but
I've
he
seen you on
has.
Facebook with your two mates. Where were you? I can't remember where you. I've seen a couple actually.
John and Gav
Seen a
lately.
couple, that's it.
Actually,
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw a new website
Yeah.
now. Sorry, Facebook page.
yeah. Right.
Idiot Guide to Hiking.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah,
I'll
so
keep my eyes
tune
open,
into
yeah. It's
Idiot
fun
Guide to
watch,
Hiking.
yeah. You've done some miles, that's for certain.
Well, I'm doing about 20 miles today.
All right.
I started Eyam.
Right.
I've done all the edges.
Yeah.
Curbar, Froggatt, White Edge, coming
Lovely.
round. Going back to the Froggatt and then
Yeah.
maybe up to Griddle
Well, Baz,
Good.
you've done
and then back
Yeah.
down to Eyam.
Well done.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Oh,
We're in
Gorgeous
training
day.
for the Yorkshire Three Peaks at the end of May.
good luck. Good luck.
Okay,
See you, yeah.
thank
All the
you.
best.
See you now, bye. How's that then? Peter just walked by me. He said, I've seen some of your stuff on Facebook. You're not normally on your own though, you're normally with two others. Hey, I'm getting fame, now I just want the fortune. I don't know. In the olden days, the rich was rich and the poor was poor. Longshore Lodge was built in 1820s as a shooting box for the 5th Duke of Rutland. He would have stayed here with his guests during the shooting season. So, it was just an holiday home, was it? Ha! Holiday home. And what's that? The guardhouse. Just come down to Burbage Brook. What a charming little stream it is. And there's a bridge we can cross. Yes, great little walk this, got a bit of everything. I've even found my plunge pool. I got my towel, I got my shorts. Only thing I've not got is time. Otherwise I'll be in there. This should be a nice little section of the hike. Going through Granbury Woods, onto Padley Gorge, then Borwill Wood, and Yarn Cliff Wood. So I like woods. Made a slight detour from my chosen path because when I saw Padley Gorge, I've got to go down it. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? And I've got a bridge to cross. Uh-oh. I've got a peat bog to cross. Go around this way. If I slip and fall in there now, I'll be thinking, why the hell did I come this way? Yes, well worth the detour to come down here. Highly recommended. What a great path through Padley Gorge. Maybe I should have stuck to the path. What path? We'll always find a path, don't we? We always find a path. Perfect plunge pool. Unfortunately there's 100,000 flies hovering above it. Padley Gorge. Check it out, amazing. When I mapped out to walk through the woods, I thought it'd be a walk through the woods. Not this, it's a scramble. Scramble through the woods. A nice scramble though. Cows with calves graze this area. I've never seen a cow down the woods before. Oh well, see what happens. Okay, we're not going that way anyway. We're going this way. I mean, how could I miss this path? Pretty obvious, isn't it? There's so many woods we have to go through. We're in Oakwood at the moment. Then we have to go through A Wood, then Square Wood, then on to Froggatt Wood. I forgot how warm it was. I've been under the cover of the trees for quite a bit now. Just a bit of a break in the trees. And I think you better get under there quickly. Whew. It's nice and cool. Just approaching Tumbling Hill. Something tells me it's an hill which is tumbling down. I can see why they call it Tumbling Hill. Because everything's tumbling down. I wonder who built that wall. Did they go to the cheapest quote? But when you come out of Tumbling Hill to the top of the hill and you see that for a view. Oh yes. I think I'll walk through all them woods. Past every one of them trees. A little baby tree. Imagine coming back in 100 years, seeing how big that would grow. You'd be stuck on top of tumbling downhill and you'd be able to see it for miles around. I've been walking through all these woods, but I've not found Bluebell Wood yet. You'd think they would have named one Bluebell Wood, wouldn't you? Especially this time of year. Of all the trees I've seen in all the woods I've been through today, I think that's my favourite one so far. How many branches has that one got? That must be the biggest millstone I've seen so far today. It's over 20 inches deep How did he ever get them out of here? I mean, they go on about the pyramids and how they move rocks. How would you move a 3-4 ton rock from here? Stepping stone. Stepping stone. Next point of interest on my hike is a tombstone. Any more steep hills like this, it'll be my tombstone. I can see why they call it a tombstone. Just one giant slab of rock, and it's stood on its edge. If you want to get to the top of Froggatt Edge again, I've got to go up hills like this. It's a nice one, but after 16 miles, it's a bit tiring. Freedom! No more woods! Out in the open, out in the sunshine. Feels so good to get the sun on my face and not see a bluebell, even though I love them. Yes, Froggatt Edge, not disappointing. Absolutely amazing views. Watch the rock climbers again. I just said, not a bad view, is it? Nah, not bad. EFD 1854. He'll always be remembered. And what a place to write your name. Well, the serious almighty rocks to climb. Look the size of that one. Chegger's Buttress. That's some mighty rock there. Froggatt's Pinnacle. I wonder if you get up there. That's some climb, that one, isn't it? Yeah. This is a bit of a sting in the tail, coming up this hill from the road at the bottom. Bit of a grueler. Takes out of you. But I made it to the top now. And homeward bound. I've noticed a lot of these flowers, they're called adder's meat, always grow well with bluebells. Blue and white. Seen them all day long. Lovely mixture. I thought that hill was a sting in the tail. Or across the road and come into pretty wood. And it's all uphill. And this is a sting in the tail as well. I love to have a go on this swing, but unfortunately it's a bit high up. How do you expect me to get on there? Oh well, never mind. Yes, finally made it to the top of the hill. And now I'm going down. I never thought it would happen. With me and the girl from Clapham. No, no song yet. Just on the side of the road, in the field, you'll find the Riley graves. I want to see these on the way back. Sacred to the memory of the Hancock family, victims of the plague, August the 3rd to the 10th, 1666. Elizabeth Hancock buried her husband and 6 children, carrying the remains up the hill to the burial site. So that must be the husband's grave, surrounded by his 6 children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dear me. Anyway, coming towards the end of the hike now. And I have to finish with a song. Ring a roses, a pocket full of posers. A tissue, we all fall down. That nursery rhyme was written about the plague. Ring a roses was a red circular mark that appeared on the body, particularly the face, and it was the first sign of the plague. A pocket full of posers, they thought the scent would ward off the plague. Tissue, we all fall down. Sneezing and coughing was the final fatal phrase before they died. Charming. All Hill Troughs. The system is said to be one of the first public water supplies in the country. They supplied regular domestic water for nearly 350 years. By the look of it, the water looks 350 years old. I don't fancy drinking that. Yeah, it'd be sad leaving here. Lovely village, great history, surrounded by gorgeous countryside, hills and woods. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and leave me a message. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. And I'll see you next one. Bye for now.